That is fine, just making sure that option is no longer there. Zeka could go towards the Ahri here, but the Yone is still up and available, and this is why we saw the Jason Tristana bans. Because the Maokai is so much magic damage, Kingin, not sure about the Quinn. We have seen it used as a Renekton counter in the past, famously with a losing win rate.
It's going to be Ornn, right? Like,
yeah, or
Gragas. Gragas is fine as well. Yeah, Gragas is a good neutralizer. I just like Ornn because it's Kingin, but Gragas effectively does the same job. Played in his AD carry.
I like the Varus, especially if it's on hit, because you know, settle down at the campfire and then start firing these arrows at obscene rates. A lot to find out here as we hop onto the Rift for Game 1 of our Saturday Showdown. Sometimes difficult to imagine.
It's still weird. Not weird in a bad way. Just
no, it's weird in a. It just makes no sense.
Can't
that
believe
it happened.
that happened.
Yeah, very very nicely as a cheater recall will come through here as Taeun gets snared up. Does aim for Viper as the cat does make her way back towards the Aphelios.
And this is a very early TP from Bulldog, right? Not going to be able to get close to his chapter. And Zeka can take these trades because he is going to back and TP, make his way back to his mid lane. I don't know if he will with Life and Zeka there as well. And otherwise, Hanwha Life are going to get out-traded here.
Yeah, Zeka actually losing half of his HP bar might be important moving towards this Rift Herald that they are.
Oh, Viper
it seems, yeah, going to give it up.
Too late.
Yeah, Kingin dealing with the minion wave. You can see Dudu was able to shove that one out exactly at the right time, and that is going to be Kwangdong Freaks.
Recognizing that their timing window was in fact more than adequate.
Yep.
But until Taeun picks up this wave, we'll be behind Viper, and Viper really letting him have it here.
Yeah, it's Moonlight Vigil actually used onto Jun here, as you can see. Youngjae moving down, and now the Ghost has been pressed. Youngjae, not sure about that one. I feel like the flash came out a lot earlier than your ultimate did, but still not going to be able to find Viper. Gets the flash out.
To then hit it on the next go as TP comes in. Bulldog doesn't know.
Oh, cleared. Really picking the gap in the vision there, but Shifting Sands is one heck of an ability. There's a flash twisted advance as Ingo Zeka gets a really nice knock-up, but Bulldog is going to be there with the ult. Zeka misses his. Bulldog still had flash, but not going to be able to quite get to the wall in order to get over. So he'll be holding that flash in the grave.
There haven't really been any great dive opportunities for Kwangdong.
Yeah.
As a result, Viper and Life did well.
Not what you really want here as Viper, red-white guns, and is very, very dangerous. Clid making his way in. Sees the ward. Decent piercing arrow there from Taeun as they do move themselves up because Youngjae is making his way down. Hail of arrows comes in. Viper finding a lot of damage here. Moonlight Vigil comes out. Jun is very dead, and that is one for the Aphelios so far. Hanwha Life Esports should also be able to transition into a Drake.
And be first to the objective here.
They really like Rift Herald.
I don't know about this one.
Could be dangerous, as here is the Nature's Grasp. We do still have that Breath of Life, but Ingo Zeka finds two with the ultimate. Flash out there from Jun, who's trying to keep himself alive. Clid down to 50%, but look at this. Look at how terrified they are of Viper. They just get the heck out of there, and Youngjae, Juhan skin, so at least there's that. As now Taeun going to get Gravitant, and oh my goodness, the damage. It's absurd. The flash to get him out of the way of the Moonlight Vigil, as now Youngjae moving towards this mid lane. Shirley is in a rough spot. Speaking of rough spots, the Bomber comes forward. The final chapter comes down. Dudu exhausted. Flashes, slices, tries to get out, and he will be safe, even though the Prowling Projectile finds him on the back end. And that should be the first Cloud Drake going over to Hanwha Life Esports.
What's also big is that Hanwha Life didn't actually get the Herald. I think they placed it bot. But they didn't get the mid lane turret. Oh, Zeka.
Well, Nature's Grasp is going to come forward here as Taeun does manage to land the ulti. Glacial Prison not exactly getting all the value. There goes Bulldog. He pushes Viper under the turret. They explode him. There's the big play we've been waiting for from this young gentleman, and Kwangdong Freaks. They do get their priority target.
TP comes in completely unseen.
What do you guys think of that one?
Kingin and Clid.
I mean, if Dudu just remains an item ahead of Zeka, then he will never win, right? As the ulti is going to come through. Bulldog in trouble. Empress Divide comes underneath the turret. The Zhonya's is fantastic as Clid is going to flash forward. That's a good ultimate this time here from Youngjae, but not good enough because the Azir is already dead. Viper now looking to finish the job here under the enemy jungler, and Youngjae wastes no time. He's like, nah, I'm out of here.
That's big.
This is, but still, it's a terrifying Crocodile with 3 items as they dive forward. There's the Bomber immediately out. Goes YoungJay. Kingen in so much trouble, though. He's not going to be tanking anything, but maybe Viper doesn't need it. He flashes, but the flash is
Bulldog's
there
back.
in answer as well. And now Bulldog is making his way towards his Baron pit. Is he going to be here in time, though, is the question, because the teleport is available from Kingen immediately. He's coming back to this fight.
It's gone.
And now Taeyun looking for his opportunity. Vizier is not going to be able to swoop in on this one, as there's the ultimate. And Zeka is going to seal their fate. They pick up the Baron. And now Dudu, there is just no way that he can do anything. Only has a slice. The dice is not actually available. And it looks like he may just fall down here. That's a decent Culver Meek as he's looking to try and get away, but it's not going to work out. Turned into a handbag here by the Aphelios.
If they can get on top of Viper, he does have sums, but
Zeka is spotted, and now Viper is exposed. The Dominus comes forward. Another Empress to Viper. This time the flash is going to be there. The final chapter is out now, and Viper is well and truly safe. Clid, not so much, as YoungJay possibly overextends here, and Taeyun has to flash. Look at Viper taking matters into his own hands. Red and white guns are pretty scary. Taeyun really dead, and Kwangdong Freaks have fallen apart here post 30 minutes. This is Humble Life Esports territory. The ultra late game is where they thrive behind their gigantic AD carry, and I think they're done with this game, Chronicler.
save bet. Baron buff still there for 12 seconds, but I don't think they're going to need it to end the game here. Everyone in the bottom half of the map for Kwangdong is dead, and Viper is alive. Alwa pushing for the end.
Yeah, he got caught by a couple of Emperor's Divides, but the second time of asking, it did not matter whatsoever. Dudu trying to be that raid boss, but instead he is food for this AD carry. And YoungJay just going to slink towards the fountain and hope that they can do better in game number 2. This Nexus is done for, and Humble Life Esports take game 1.
That they got that catch on top side, which led to the Baron, which led to Hanwha definitively taking over this game. And for Kwangdong, it was an okay effort, but we did see, again, why this Aphelios is so highly prioritized. The Varus, Milio, in lane it was okay, it got the pressure, but then when it got to the mid-game, to the team fights, like the amount of burst.
That's an oldie.
Watch him just slap down Silas.
He's like, I need Unbound Soul again. Zoe's ultimate. There we go. That's basically the same thing, right? Talia being considered now as well. Zeka has certainly put in some games on this champion. Wasn't exactly one of his best, but certainly is a degree of comfort. But wow, okay. I was talking about this on the POG state. Yeah. Buff 10 damage. Straight back. Yep. Top of the meta. Zeka is very happy. Oh my goodness. Not entirely sure. I don't care. I'm just excited to see Zeka back on some Ultra Comfort. Let's get onto the Rift for game 2.
I'm alive to be like, yeah, we can just go with Aphelios Milio and bully them hard. Very, very hard. They also, I think, are aware of YoungJay being on the bottom half of the map. So if you're Hanwha, look for an early crash and then make sure that you're fine. The level 2 Wukong gank is not one that you're particularly afraid of. YoungJay gonna try and go though, they're going in.
Yep, another campfire to come down here, but that is going to dissipate, and now Viper, can he actually get out of this one? Nimbus Strike going to bring YoungJay in, and they just want to kill Life. They should be able to guarantee this money, as Life wants to deny the kill from Taeyun with every fiber of his being. He will be able to do so. YoungJay collects that kill, but I think if you're Kwangdong Freaks, you're kind of okay with it, as Taeyun now dashing forward towards Viper, who is by himself, and there is a cat now. They get the Prowling Projectile.
Oh.
Orange Shot gets soaked here by the Zeri, so Taeyun needs to chill just a moment. But now Zeka going to dive forward. 5-point strike comes in, and Bulldog not going to be able to get out of this one. Permafrost goes down, and there is the kill for Clid. Both junglers picking up one. There's been one win for the Wukong so far this season, so it makes sense that a few of them have happened in a row when it comes to the loss.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there is the cleanse that has to come out just to Gravitum getting a cleanse. That's got to feel good here for Humble Life Esports as the ultra mega fire kick from Life. Trying to do
he doesn't know.
YoungJay, yeah, lurking here, and that is the cat joining the monkey. Really good news here as Dudu. All right, he's going to get nod into the wall, and Kingen is looking for a solo, but there is the Dominus available, and Dudu will survive. So they trade ults, but that is definitely better news for Kingen.
Clid really taking one for the team here. I don't even know if he's going to hit level 5 of the Dragon. We'll be able to, fortunately for him. It's going to be a big boon, enabled by his mid laner being ahead. But yeah, his top side is going to be taken. And Youngjae is going to hit
actually
6. And this is off of a early level 2 gank as well.
And Kingen doesn't have teleport. He's going to have to walk to lane as Mini-Na. And so in theory, Youngjae can frustrate him a little bit if he had have stuck around. Not going to do so. Clid turns up just to make sure that Kingen gets here without any shenanigans. As Dudu collects an extra wave. Looks like Kingen is not going to lose too much as he makes it back to lane. So everything A-OK. All right.
Go again.
Another engage. Take 2. Let's see where the Bulldog is going to be able to get the Shifting Sands to work. Oh, he picks the flash! And Bulldog, he's going to get the Emperor's Divide and gets the Shifting Sands this time. Final chapter here towards the bottom side as Taeyun is flashing on top of Viper. He cleanses as well. Prowling Projectile is going to slow him down, and the Zeriyumi are going to just 2v2 kill Life and Viper. Oh, the Ultra Mega Fire Kick is good from Life, and that is going to save him, but not Viper.
Something is up.
It's really interesting because it's like the same game as game number 1. Control Ward goes down here as Zeka. Okay, Clid. Yeah, we'll just find Youngjae here. And he lands the Shuriken as well. Knockup's gone. Oh my god! He survives the perfect execution, needs a new name because it was outplayed by this Wukong. That's a way to mitigate it, as now Taeyun, can he actually find another opportunity here? Does have the ultimate back up and available once again. As Zeka still holding on to this dragon. Youngjae moving into the pit here. As the backflip gets Zeka out of there. He looks for Bulldog. Emperor's Divide to get rid of the Akali. And now Zeka looking for Dudu. The exhaust comes down though. And now Kingen has to get out of there. Bulldog below 50%. Youngjae relatively low as well, as now the Cyclone not going to be available. The dive forward here as Viper now gets control of this Drake. And now Dudu, he's got a cat as well. Cat Crocodile combo. I didn't know that it was what Quandong Freaks needs, but it is certainly working out so far. Clid locks down the Drake, but now can they keep themselves alive? Zeka in the Twilight Shroud, and that is the first kill for Viper in the fight. Youngjae goes down second. Bulldog teleports forward, but Life, can he keep everyone alive is the question. The answer is no. Bulldog locks down the kill onto the Sejuani. And Taeyun back up and alive yet again, and that backflip does not connect. You don't know. Have you spoken to all of them?
Taeyun is June's best friend.
Ah, well that's true actually, based on the mechanics of the game. Is now Dudu. I don't think he's Kingen's best friend as he just mops him up. I didn't know Kingen was that meek, but he got culled.
Just run straight. They have so much control on the top half of the map.
Oh, let's get into the best replay that we'll see today. Oh, the hop was not great. And look at this. Immediately, Dudu's like, he did. Lurking, though. It's good to see Humble Life Esports looking for these opportunities, as now Kingen wants to take down this turret. He should be able to do so, but I have a feeling he might also be dead. As there is a Zeri making her way down. There's an Extendo Beam. That's going to lock her up. She does get walloped, but there's the flash and the flash follow. Dudu's like, you thought you were getting this kill? You thought you were the carry? Not a chance.
Yeah, I don't actually...
So now Quandong Freaks, they have started off this Baron. Clid on Vision, and they do need to keep him out of this pit. Clid smites. I mean, we throw him a lot of flack, but he has been smiting well this season. As there's a Cyclone, they look to lock him down. Clid's trying to get out of there as Youngjae's going forward once again. Zeka looks for the back line though. As Youngjae's in trouble, they just stun him up and destroy him. And now Taeyun, it's his turn to just go to the races.
Dead.
However, Youngjae is going to fall. Clid's still alive. That's no Baron.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. A Hanwha Life kite back there.
They do have full vision of what's going on here. Taeyun the tank moving on over. And Zeka on that flank angle. Oh, doesn't get the backflip onto Youngjae, but gives away his position. As Youngjae's going to flash into the pit. He gets nod. That is the Baron going over to Clip. But can they actually win the fight? Emperor's Divide gets Kingen out of position, but he flashes over the wall. And Quandong Freaks, where are the bad guys? No one's here anymore, and they just lose Baron.
But that's not a great trade.
I think Hanwha are actually happy with them taking this.
Get it? Is Clid going to get it? There's no way. There's no way.
Don't tell me he's just going to walk in here and smite it away. Is Zeka going to get spotted on the flank? That is going to be the Chemtech Soul picked up for the Quandong Freaks, but what does it actually mean? Is it going to matter? Is Dudu, he pops the Dominus, but then immediately goes down. Top laters are likely to be traded here, as it is Bulldog picking it up.
and they're not able to get anything going. They're not able to start anything up. They're still 6k gold up!
Yeah, they have a 6-item Zeri is... Oh, Zeka waits for it. Really nicely done. But the Zonius is going to be there. Zeka trying to finish off Bulldog. He's running away, gets the flash, but then immediately Zeka follows him. That's why he has a skin on this champion, as Taeyun may just Zeri him, and there it goes. We could have cut the video, I think, there, Jonas Strong. Next time around, we will just do that. But Zeka gets a void stuff now from the grave.
It doesn't matter. 4 people were invested towards the top side of the map, and the gold lead that Kwangno has is going to evaporate.
Oh, Viper and Life both here towards his bottom side. This turret does not last very long whatsoever. They only need to win a fight, right? Like, that's what needs to happen.
They know.
As Youngjae moves on forward, he does get pushed back. That Ultra Mega Fire Kick is actually absolutely fantastic. It's just the end of that one comes through as Youngjae gets over the wall. My goodness, he needs to get like 15 screens away to be safe against this Humble Life Esports, and does keep himself alive as cleared. He just goes face first into the tank Zeri. And you can see Taeyun doesn't seem to mind too much about it.
Youngjae isn't here.
Ow.
And Baron is about to come
about
up.
This one.
Is Homo really going to do it?
Well, we'll see whether they can, as Dudu gets full vision of his nightmare. Look at this Nabar as well for Kingen. Absolutely fantastic. Zeka is going to be picked on the side as that goes down very low, but Dudu is just dead. Into the backline goes Kingen as well as Taeyun. He now ults the air, but he now has that available. Zeka immediately exhausted. Emperor's Divide is going to find him just on the end of Zeri. Locks down that kill. Humble Life Esports, they just need to get out of here, though. They've taken the Baron, and maybe they'll just be A-okay.
I think they can get this. Can they get out, though? And if they get it, Humble Life can't fight. Do they have enough DPS?
Well, in goes Clear. They do get some knockups here. It's a big gnaw. But you can see Youngjae's taken down. The Elder will be secured by the Aphelios.
That's it!
And this is going to be the game. This is how Kwangno Freaks get 2-0'd in this one. They decide not to do anything, and then Humble Life Esports takes their stuff.
And we break the record for longest game. And it ends up being a, for all accounts, clean ace. Yeah, Zeka, you know, he wasn't there, but it's a 4-for-0 here. And this is Baron buff. There's no way that Dudu can clear this wave.
Yeah, this is Baron and Elder. Dudu is just going to be a crocodile for a little bit, but look at these Nexus turrets evaporate. The Nexus is going to do exactly the same thing as the delayed pentakill for Viper comes in. Humble Life Esports will win the game, but it really does feel like Kwangno Freaks, they refuse to win it themselves. Unfortunately, in our post-game is 62,000 damage for Viper. And look, it's just a more extreme version of exactly the same gold graph as game 1.
Thank you guys, this is Dear for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by Zeka and Viper on the side of HLE. Congratulations! Thank you. Zeka. So now, with the second consecutive win, how do you feel? I'm happy about the win, but I personally feel a little regretful about my last game, so I'm really glad that my team carried me. And Viper, this is your first POG of summer. How do you feel? Finally got my POG, that makes me really happy. Not the happiest performance, but I'm happy about the 2-0. Viper, have you seen the fan predictions before the match? No, I didn't. We took a look at it, and the predictions was actually exactly 50-50. And just hearing about that, I feel like you must have been motivated to win even harder. So how do you feel about that? Any time we get fan predictions that don't really favor our side, I feel like it motivates me even more. Zeka, we saw the first Yone appearance of summer. What did you focus on in the matchup against Azir? In the Yone versus Azir? Before Azir got nerfed, I feel like laning phase with Yone was pretty good, but because of the buff, I feel like as long as we have Prio and then play around Dragon, we planned on kind of playing it out regarding sort of focusing on objectives. And the opponent banned Yone in game 2. How did it make you feel to receive recognition? It wasn't like me being recognized because I didn't really feel like I did very well in game 1. But I think we were just looking for a different pick anyway. Today felt like a Zeka day. In game 2, you picked Akali with the World Championship skin. So why did you pick her? From a long time ago, I feel like she does really well in the laning phase against Azir and is very useful in team fights. But today's Akali performance by me, I hope that everyone just forgets about it. Please erase it from your memory. It was quite memorable how you recalled as soon as you went to your lane. So did you just want to show your skin off? I feel like, it would be a good marketing opportunity while everyone's watching. And I'm glad that you guys actually caught that. Would you like to take a moment to share some love for your Akali skin then? I mean, I'm a little embarrassed to show it off now that I didn't do too well, but I hope that you guys show a lot of love for my Akali skin. And Viper, the early game incident in game 2 made it so tough for you to wrap the game. Let's take a look at the last team fight at Elder. In this scene, you guys were able to steal the Elder. I think we just frantically ran towards Elder. We were just praying that they would hit and secure the Elder late, so just kind of worked out. And at the end, the voice comm reveal at the end, we heard some players say Akali could have done better. Any thoughts? I have a clear memory of that. I feel like 4 out of 5 times I didn't do as well. So even if I played made one good play, I feel like I wouldn't be so disappointed. But hopefully in the future I have another chance to prove myself. Viper. So what are your thoughts on the matchup at bot? I feel like getting bot prio is really important currently. I feel like anyone who gets to pick Aphelios has a higher chance to win. And your Aphelios has been quite solid lately. You have a 5-win, 1-loss record in summer. Have you been practicing him a lot? I didn't really particularly spend too much extra time practicing him, but it just happened to be a suitable pick in the meta. We already asked Pace, but who do you think is the best Aphelios player in LCK? I watched Pace's match. And I noticed that he was using a beautiful Aphelios skin. I'm sure you all know whose skin that is. And I think I'm a better Aphelios player actually, after all. With you securing the 2nd consecutive victory, your next opponent is Leaf Sandbox. Please share your determination for that match. After today's match, we are continuing with a consecutive win streak, and Sandbox is doing pretty well. I hope that we can continue our win streak. And Viper. Leaf Sandbox, we have to make sure that we don't get complacent, and we'll make sure that we win against them. They're a strong team. And lastly, Viper and Zeka, I was told that your mother is in the audience. Would you like to say a word for them?
저희 고향이 포항인데 또 저 경기 보러 응원해 주시러 오신 부모님 너무 감사드리고
My parents traveled from Pohang. They made a long way to come here. So thank you so much for coming. I love you.
뒤에서든 어디서든 응원해 주셔서 정말 감사하고 저도
They're
사랑합니다.
always supporting me and cheering for me from the behind. And I'm really thankful and grateful for them. Thank you.
축하드립니다.
This will be the end of the interview from Zeka and Viper and back to the space.